There are some big things happening below the surface, and these big things are strong signals of a huge parabolic move coming. If you're new to crypto, you may not feel it yet, as detecting these patterns is difficult, if not impossible, when you're new. So no worries if you can't feel the momentum picking up to a parabolic move and it's feeling boring. But whether you feel it or not, it is coming. In fairness, there are a few things that could short circuit the coming parabolic move, but they are unlikely. So I have to go with what the probabilities say. And the probabilities say that a massive run is coming. My guess is it starts with Bitcoin getting more massive gains, and then it rolls into the alts. I do have the Bitcoin dominance chart pulled up, and we are going to look at that, especially versus the 2017 run, to see if we can learn some lessons from that. I'm going to show you how to not get shaken out of your positions, as well as give you my best guess on how overall it will play. Because right now is the time that you want to be formulating your strategy for the coming run, not as it happens. A little bit of history. I started making videos for this channel in December of last year and really launched it January of this year. So now we're in our 10th month, and like I always say, you're bad before you're good. That applies to me too. YouTube is new to me, and production, definitely new to me. Now investing, on the other hand, is second nature. Pattern recognition, economics, those are things that I'm exceptional at, but still learning how to deliver great YouTube content to you. And we do appreciate all of you who have joined us in our Rainmaker family. I did make you some promises when I started this channel, and I promised that as we grew, I would get you interviews so you could evaluate the projects and their teams and see what you think for yourself. I promised you that I would share with you the cycle patterns so that you could essentially have some of my analysis to help you override your human emotions and our human emotions so that we all make smarter decisions. I also promised you that I would try to find ways to keep the bear market interesting. Now, it's not the bear market yet, but I do think ahead, a lot ahead. And I'm looking at ways to keep it as interesting as possible. But one of our team members gave me the idea for 401js, and I've talked about 401js a little bit, but I wanted to share with you more details today. Now, these are little giveaways that can supplement your holdings. By little giveaways, they're little giveaways that really could add up to a lot. As the channel grows bigger, we will have more and more ability to grow these giveaways and prizes. So when you like each one of our videos and you subscribe and you hit the all notifications button and watch the videos as soon as they come out, this helps us and it helps grow our Rainmaker family. So thank you to all of you who have joined us, and especially those that also joined us in our Telegram group below. Now, you might not have used Telegram. It is a way that a lot of crypto people communicate. So join us there, because you can also benefit from some really good analysis from other team members as well as I often interact with the audience in there. So join our Telegram group, as well as we do ban people who are toxic. So don't be toxic in that. We will have to kick you. But with that rule, we've been able to keep a really good group in there. I also want to thank those of you in the Rainmaker family that help those that are new in the Telegram chat. I love that you help them out, and that does not go unnoticed. Now, I do want to announce two of these 401j projects. These are pre-sale allocations that I secured for giveaways. One of them with Cortex, who we interviewed 3 weeks back, and one with Federa, who we haven't interviewed yet, but I'll tell you a little bit about them today. Currently, our subscribers are at almost 20,000. In celebration of that, we want to do giveaways, and we're announcing it now, but we're going to give away the 401j bags when we hit 30,000 subscribers to those who are loyal Rainmakers. To be eligible, there are a few things you have to do. You want to make sure you join both the Telegram group and Twitter for each of these projects. And I will put the link down below for the Telegram group. For Twitter, I will show you their Twitter page. We'll go over how to join it. Now, I won't put that down below because YouTube makes you pay a high price when you put links to like other social media sites in the YouTube description. And so that won't help our channel grow. So I'll go over how to follow them on Twitter. You will be getting the tokens at IDO price, and you will be getting these free of charge to you. So this isn't an allocation that you can then buy them. They're allocations that you don't have to pay for. And this is the IDO price. So when we say $200 worth, it's $200 worth at that IDO price. If it goes 10x from their IDO price, well, then the $200 is really a $2,000 giveaway. If it goes 100x from IDO price, it's really a $20,000 giveaway per bag. And we have 5 of each of these. Now, help us grow the channel a lot bigger. I'll be able to get bigger allocation amounts as well as more from more projects. So we will be looking at more up-and-coming projects to secure these allocations for you. So do stay tuned and help us grow. We'll make it worth your while. All right, let's get into some analysis on Bitcoin. Here we have Bitcoin's chart. Now, I've got no diagrams on this yet. We will put some on it so we can look at some things. This was Bitcoin's run back in 2017. And you can see it really peaked here mid-2017, and then the alts ran tremendously. And we'll look a little bit at that. Then it came all the way down to a low of just over $3,000 here. And then it dipped back down one more time to about 3,700 before it ran up. And we're going to look at a Fibonacci retracement on this because Fibonacci's show you where it often retraces to, but it also gives you an idea of what it might run up to. Now this is from the very peak at the 65,000, which is a psychological number. When it retraced, it didn't quite hit the 61.8 line. It retraced right to another psychological number of right around 30,000. Interestingly enough, these psychological numbers are important. So as we look at where this could extend to, let's think about it in terms of round numbers as well, because they're psychological numbers. So if it goes to this first Fibonacci retrace extension line, you can see that it could go up as high as about $140,000. Now, my guess is it hits higher than that, and this next fib extension line is around 165,000. So that would put us at about 3x from where we are today. Now, there are some that are very bullish on it, and they believe Bitcoin will go to 600,000 this cycle. Could, it might. Great if it does. I just don't know. I'm not going to be riding Bitcoin all the way up there for sure. Now, if it hits this higher fib extension line, it could go up to a 285,000. Then beyond that, who knows where it goes. But I don't feel that we've hit our major parabolic move this cycle, even though we had this early year run-up. We saw an early year run-up like that in 2013 cycle as well, followed by a sharp retracement, and then a much bigger parabolic move later in the year. Let's look at Bitcoin's dominance, and this is what I really wanted to share with you today because this is highly relevant. Okay, so 2017, there were altcoins really starting to come to fruition. They're not near as much as this cycle, so I don't think Bitcoin's dominance will ever hit like this 96 mark again. In fact, it may never even quite hit almost 75% Bitcoin dominance again. And Bitcoin's dominance is Bitcoin's dominance versus the overall market cap. So that's the share that Bitcoin's market cap makes up of the overall crypto market cap. All right, so Bitcoin had this happen starting in February as some alts kind of took off, and Bitcoin didn't move up a whole lot during this time, and so it lost a lot of dominance from 96% all the way to 50%. But notice this, when it gets here, it does a sharp movement here, and then it does like this W pattern, coming up, coming down, and then it goes up. Boy, holding straight lines for me does not work out. Comes up here, and I want you to notice from this point, that's at about 50% dominance, all the way to right here. That is almost a 20-point move, meaning Bitcoin's dominance grew tremendously versus the altcoins. Look at this W pattern. Here, here. Now it's a little bit smoother than this one, but same pattern. So what might happen here, we're seeing Bitcoin take off versus the altcoins. Altcoins have been, for the most part, kind of staying still, and that means some have been decreasing and some have been increasing. But Bitcoin's price has gone up, gosh, 16,000, 14,000 just recently. So it was all the way down here at 40,000. It's up here at 54,000. that is a big swing for Bitcoin, while many altcoins have been either pulling back or staying the same, or a few even gaining. And so Bitcoin's dominance is gaining some momentum here. So what happens if it goes up like this, comes back down and goes like this? Well, the way this often plays out is you're watching this from the sidelines. If you're mostly in alts and you start getting anxious, and Bitcoin's going up, your alts are doing nothing, Bitcoin's going up, your alts are doing nothing, okay, your alts do a little something, and then Bitcoin keeps going up. If you're not prepared for this kind of thing, what happens is you end up usually jumping ship way late into the Bitcoin game, selling your alts at cheap prices into Bitcoin, only to have missed most of the move. If you're lucky, you catch a little bit of it. And then it does a sharp move like this, and you end up selling your Bitcoin back into the alts at a worse price than where you were before, and so you lose some of your overall growth that you could have had. So here's the choice that you have, and this isn't guaranteed it's going to play out like this. It's just likely. The probabilities say that it will, but we don't know how it will for sure. So it's just a guess. And the question is, if you're going to play this move, it's better to play it sooner rather than later. Now, am I going to play this? Maybe with just a small percentage of my portfolio, only so that I have more ground to buy back those same alts at cheaper. Now, what am I going to sell? I'm going to look through my portfolio and see what's been a massive gainer soon, that's been hot in large green candles, because that's when I sell. And then I'd sell into Bitcoin just to then, because, if it's already been pumping a ton, it's not likely to continue pumping a ton like that. And so I can sell it and catch some Bitcoin gains. Then I can buy back the same altcoins for a lot cheaper. So when I say a small percentage of my portfolio, I mean a small percentage of my portfolio would I do this with. And the reason is I've been strengthening my positions over the past 6 months into some altcoins, knowing that this might happen, and we're seeing some signals that it's likely going to happen, and that's okay. For the most part, I'm just going to let it. What I'm definitely not going to do is I'm not going to watch Bitcoin take off, panic sell my altcoins, and roll into them at these higher prices, and then only to have Bitcoin dominance fall off the map like this as altcoins do a 5, 10, 20, 50x, and miss all that. Does that make sense? All right, I did want to bring you that to your attention, what could happen here. Now let me share with you Fidera. This is Fidera's website. So let me tell you a little bit about Fidera. This isn't a website, this is their Twitter page, at Fidera_crypto. And they've got 10K followers already. So here's what you're looking at. This is what I want to show you. Essentially, they're doing crypto gift cards, and they have signed major distribution partners to be able to put these in stores around the world. So stores, think about like Xbox gift cards, PlayStation gift cards, like other things, gift cards. So this gives people crypto in a way that they're used to. So they can buy a Fidera gift card, and if they buy the Fidera gift card, they get an NFT with it. Now, Fidera is paying with some partners, they're paying for those NFTs to be able to give to people when they get that gift card. But NFTs are really going to be a big thing, so my guess is this gets a lot of traction, and that these $200 401js are going to be worth a lot more than that. So here's how it works. You go to the convenience store, you buy a Fidera gift card of, say, $300. You take it home and you scan in the code, or you enter in the website address and stuff, and then if you haven't, it prompts you to download or create a Fidera wallet. I mean, create it along the lines of what you're used to. And now you have a Fidera wallet, and you have some crypto. Now, they could then sell their Fidera for something else and keep the NFT, because they bought that to get some crypto plus the free NFT with it, which is the major incentive for them to use this as an on-ramp for their crypto. Now, they did something really interesting that I like the tokenomics behind it. See, one of the potential problems of this is that people get their $300 gift card, they get a really nice NFT, and then they sell the Fidera for essentially $300 to some other cryptocurrency, and so you have as many people getting Fidera as selling it, and so the price doesn't really do anything on the Fidera. It almost acts as a stable coin. But they're incentivizing people to hold Fidira in their wallet, because the more Fidira you hold when you cash in a gift card, the more likely you are to get a rarer NFT from that. So the more you hold, the more rewarding your NFT could be. Really cool incentive. So I like smart incentives because incentives dictate behavior. Does that make sense? So maybe I'll be able to get Fidira on. I did talk to them about 6 weeks ago. The team, love them. They're down to earth, good people, solid business people, good connections to get the distributions that they lined up, and some good advisors as well. The other one, Cortex. Now, Cortex, you get their Twitter is at @app_Cortex. @app_Cortex. And so you can follow them here, because you need to follow them on both Twitter and then join their Telegram below. And I'll have those links to their Telegram below. And then we'll be giving those out in the coming months. Now, I probably won't wait till we're at 30,000. I'll probably give some of those early to some of our Rainmaker family that I see good things from. All right, and I will talk to you more about that in the coming weeks. Now, we are making some upgrades to the channel and some new things coming soon, so stay tuned. Though I'm new at YouTube overall, I do figure some things out, and my commitment to you is making some additional investments to continue to improve the channel in some ways. So if you've been waiting for a live stream and some other things, stay tuned. That will be coming soon. All right, what else is going on? Well, there's some news out there. There was this bug in where Compound lost $162 million. They say up for grabs. Essentially, they oversent the Compound rewards that they were supposed to send people. Essentially doubled it. And so, they made a big mistake. They then threatened some people to return it, or they would tell the IRS on them, kind of. I don't know that they handled it really well. That's really sad when people make these mistakes. Crypto still has potential to make big mistakes like this. I feel for the Compound team. Whoever made that mistake, that was a huge one. This kind of stuff still happens in crypto. Man, it's amazing where the values are, that the mistakes can be so big. This is big if you haven't seen this news, and probably you have, but let me give you my thoughts on it. TikTok launching their first creator-led NFT collection. So the youth usually adopts technology very fast, especially when you give it to a way that's similar to what they're already using. So a lot of the youth, like 14, 12, 15, 16, they don't really think about NFTs yet, but they're about to. And then when they start thinking about NFTs, then they're going to start looking into crypto and other things. And then what are they going to do? They're going to start telling their parents about it. So this is one of those massive shifts that is going to lead to some bigger crypto adoption. My guess is it starts happening pretty soon. A few other little shifts that are making a little bit, this makes a little bit of difference. Coinbase diving deeper into banking by letting users deposit paychecks directly into their account. They already set it up so you could make recurring buys of Bitcoin or whatever from your bank account like every 4 weeks. This is just a little extra step that they can have whenever they get their paychecks. They can have part of it deposited into their crypto account. And I think they're waiving the fees, which makes this a big deal. Yep, deposits can either be in US dollars or immediately transferred into crypto with no fees. That's cool. What they realize is, man, their fees suck. And so they're going to lose a lot of market share to other people if they don't do something cool like that. Big movement here. India fueling one of the world's fastest growing crypto regions. Now, India is one of the most populated countries in the world. They're very tech savvy in a lot of India, and they are growing with crypto tremendously. And that is going to bring crypto to massive worldwide adoption. That and some other things. You've probably seen what's happening in El Salvador. Now, they announced that they're making Bitcoin, a currency, and recognizing it as a currency. Specifically, they wanted the ability for people outside of El Salvador, they're sending remittances to family inside of El Salvador. Instead of using like MoneyGram and other things where 10 to 20% is sometimes lost of their value, lost meaning that MoneyGram and the other companies take it in charges, well, they can send it and pay a tiny fee. What they're finding is, as some people in El Salvador are getting these wallets, they're not necessarily spending the Bitcoin. In fact, some are even buying more Bitcoin. interesting. It'll be interesting to see if we start seeing some massive worldwide adoption, especially from some of these countries with unstable currencies, really getting a hold of Bitcoin and buying it and using that as their currency of choice. That could make Bitcoin hit as high as $600,000 this cycle. Now, I have a lot of people say, oh, you know, we're going to hit worldwide adoption and there will be no retracement, no crypto winter. Yeah, I'd give it about a 3% chance that there's no crypto winter. Why? Because as human beings, we tend to let things overboom and then they overbust. And so whatever happens this cycle, it'll probably overboom from what it should. And what it should do, I mean, truthfully, is just steadily climb from here. But what will happen is it climbs, more people jump in. As more people jump in, prices go even higher, causing more people to jump in, buying high. And then, you know, because as humans, we chase green candles. And chasing green candles leads to riding red candles down. It just is what happens. So I would say there's still very, very strong indications that we'll still have a crypto winter because human beings are still human beings. Where are we going from here? Well, I do first want to thank our sponsors, Moorex. They have the best automated trading that I've seen / bot trading, and you can follow their bots. Like within there, you can follow these bots or trading algorithms with proven track records, and you can see exactly what their track records are. You can join them below, and if you sign up using that link, you get a $25 credited to your account when you connect it up, and it will take you through the steps of how to connect it all up. So it's an extra $25 I could get you. It's great. It's $25 isn't a lot, but it's a lot better than zero. I'm not been the biggest fan of bots till I saw their system, and really we held the video call with them just to figure out, and really we were going to tell them no until I saw their system and I saw how committed the team was to really all of you. And they said if I ever see anything I don't like with them, by all means I can cover it in my channel, I can, you know, and they will get it all fixed. And I saw a strong commitment from them to deliver a good experience. And when I saw their actual system, I felt like they built that with all of you in mind when they built it. Because it's the most intuitive interface for bot trading I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen a bunch. And once you get some experience, you can figure out what you want to trade, and you can create your own algorithm / bot for your own trading. They have a really cool interface for that. Thank you to Moorex for your sponsorship. We appreciate you because you help make this all possible. Overall, if you're ready to level up your crypto game, if you're here for life-changing money, wife-changing money, or that Lambo, strap in because these coming months are going to be very hot. We are creating here the most informed audience in crypto, so join us. If you haven't subscribed, you might consider it. As the principles I share are proven, they do help you resist FOMO, resist the urges to panic sell right at the bottom. The system I share helped me go from thousands to millions in just 3 years. Now, I've been in crypto in 4 years. The truth is, these principles I know, they work outside of crypto. But for the first year, I thought the rules didn't really apply. I bought very mediocre projects because I was new. I didn't know how to figure out a mediocre versus a really good project. And so in 2017, I came in end of October 2017, and I saw my portfolio go from about 15,000 to 165,000 and then crash all the way to 3,000 as the bear market came for me. And I didn't take any profits at the top. I did believe when everyone said that, oh, it's never going to go down from here, we're not going to have a crypto winter again. Painfully, I know that's often what people say right before there really is a crash. So stay tuned for that. Strap in here because we're going to take you on a wild ride during this next few months. It's going to be a rocket ship. Just watch. Now, this wrap at the end is for all you rainmakers to really reinforce the principles that we share on this channel. You don't have to stay for it. If you do, I built this for you, and I do pay a penalty for including this in the video because when people leave early, it does hurt the channel. It's okay if you need to go. But for those of you who want this, I put this there for all of you just to reinforce these principles because we are emotional creatures as human beings. And we need some extra help to override this, which is why I want to start this channel, create this Telegram community, and we'll have some other things coming soon. For now, I also have this great rap from you from Charlie out of the UK. I wrote the words, He put it into a format that was a lot more fun than me trying to rap. Talk to you soon.
Came into the space chasing all of the games, chasing the pumps and all of the hype trains. But like in life, you buy before you're good. Was taught to buy when it was pouring like a rainmaker should. I buy when it's down, don't chase the boats that I miss. Cause I always make the time in mind. I sit the one out cause I'm patient like that. And I'll wait for the right time. I sell when it's high, I buy when it's low. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm just a rainmaker running the show. Calculated investments, I don't lead with my heart. The principles are simple, they're leaving a mark. Why when it's boring, just gotta be smart. I sell when it's hype, like all the channels they pump it. That's when I was selling, go parabolic and dump it. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm a rainmaker, making my own start. I'm with the future, learning the past. Makes the time fly by, years going so fast. The game plan is mine, I'll own it now. When I reach the top, haters asking me how. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck. The time is never better, the time like the present. This next 5 years is a gift and a feeling like heaven. I'm committed to learn, to study and to know that nothing comes easy but with knowledge to gain show. Sticking at this wrong cause soon will come a bear market. Learning and growing and when it's slow will be the target. Naysayers come out, Bitcoin is dead. The massive decreases can get to your head. I'm sticking around, the time is better. I'm strong like that, I'll let the others be fretters. In 2 years time the ball will bring back the gains. That makes it worth the effort cause here comes the rain. So let's go rainmakers, let's make it all happen. Let go with the hate, let the haters be crapping. I'm here for 5 years, let's do this together. The time is right, the time could be better. They call me rich, they call me smart. I'm a rainmaker, making my own start. I'm with the future, learning the past. Makes the time fly by, years going so fast. This game plan is mine, I'll own it now. When I reach the top, haters asking me how. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck. Haters be hating, the time to slow down. Addressing what they say when I'm wearing my crown. They're chasing green candles like someone who was new. I got a vision that was bigger, helping me to push through. I'm still human and sometimes it is rough. And that's what makes me special, simply I stay tough. Cause I'm a rainmaker, investments I love. And I follow what I learn, not relying on luck.